So I made some reports a couple of months ago about Canelo fighting 3 times this year. And at one point it was reported that he was fighting in Saudi Arabia, but recently, during his press conference earlier this year, he was saying that it was possible that he was looking at a fight in Japan. Now reports are coming out that Inoue and Canelo could possibly be fighting on the same card in Japan. Looks like possibly December 24th. Nothing confirmed right now, but it sounds about right. And I had said that like about January. It had to be like in March, April, something like that. That he was fighting 3 times this year. It had to be like March, probably February. But then I had to turn around because recently they were saying he was gonna fight in Japan. Nobody believed me about that. They thought I was clickbaiting, you know. But usually, what's gonna happen is, and I'm seeing it right now, it's a lot of videos you'll see that people put out about fights that never happen or news that never happens. And this is one of the videos that I actually made about Canelo being in Japan on a fight. And nobody believed that I actually was telling the truth about that. And now months and months and months later, you hear about Canelo fighting 3 times for the first time in I don't know when, probably 10 years ago. And now it's reports that he's going to be fighting in Japan on a card with Inoue. See how everything starts to come together? Like I said, it sounds like they had a plan already. And I've been saying that they have a plan about certain things. That's why when they ask certain questions about certain fights, a lot of these guys aren't really trying to put it together because they have other plans. And what is he going to be? Is Canelo going to be on the undercard now? I know they ain't going to have Inoue on the as a co-main event. So who's going to be the main event? Canelo going to be a co-main event for Inoue? Oh, okay. Let me see how that goes. Then you got to get an opponent. That's going to be different. But if I'm Canelo, and this is real talk, I'm not being a co-main event for Inoue versus Sam Goodman. I'm not going to do it. You might as well jump on a Tank Davis co-main event then. Now, if Inoue was fighting somebody else, then I'd be like, yeah. But Sam Goodman, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to put that together. I have to see who Canelo is fighting right now. But I don't know. In my mind, I don't think it's going to be a huge, big name. Just because most of these guys, I haven't heard anybody discussed. But this dude knows what he's going to be doing, man. That's why I don't run around yelling about Crawford and Canelo. People so afraid, screaming about the fight like it's just worse than Amir Khan versus Canelo. That's why back then, I got the same energy I had back then when Canelo jumped in the ring with Amir Khan. And I said, bro, I don't want to see that fight, man. Why is he fighting Amir Khan? I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see Triple G fight Kell Brook. Now, years later, people are like, man, I don't want to see this guy jump up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. I'm like, bro, I said that last year, too, when Charlo did it. Now it's the issue, so I don't know, man. It's just backwards thinking. People like, well, I don't want to see this fight, but you do. You know what? I do want to see Canelo fight in Japan, even though I'm not going to be there. I just want to see it. Come on, man. Like, what? You don't even care about the fight no more? That's the part that trips me out. People don't even care about the fight no more. When Floyd was talking about doing something like that, we was like, all right, man. This dude doing too much. And we didn't watch it. But in this situation, you know, people ain't gonna, they just gonna roll with it. They don't care what the opponent is. I'm seeing the energy now. People just happy about it. Like, bro, opponent is yet to be named yet. I'm pretty sure the opponent's not gonna be better than Berlanga, so he hasn't even named anybody yet. Then he gonna fight 3 times for that. Man, you could have fought in Mexico again. That's what I don't understand. I be wanting to see dudes fight in Mexico worse than they do. That's so backwards. But yeah, him fight 3 times this year. I'm okay with that. But it's the other stuff, like the point he's at in his career. Like basically Suleiman said, this is a farewell journey right now. In my mind, I just looked the other day. I said, "Hey, is his resume better than De La Hoya's or Chavez Senior right now?" And I see him like, "Nah, it ain't better than Chavez or De La Hoya." Like, bro, that's what I'm judging everything off of. I'm looking at two different things when it comes to his career and everything else. People like, "Oh, he's done enough." Okay, well, he's not gonna have a better resume than De La Hoya. That's why you think De La Hoya is talking so much trash right now. De La Hoya he looked at his resume, he looks at Canelo's resume, he like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk trash about Canelo every time. And what do fans never say? Fans never, ever, ever, ever say, well, who was De La Hoya's fault? You notice ain't nobody ever said that, right? That's why De La Hoya talks so much trash. And he has the right to do it. Because he actually jumped in the ring and he used to promote him. But Japan fight, I mean, to see him fight 3 times a year, yeah, I'll take it. But it's not going to impact his career as far as his legacy. I don't know if he's still fighting for legacy right now, but it's not going to impact his career as far as legacy. It's really not. That's how I'm looking at things. Because I know by next year, he's going to be having all type of fights like this. A Japan fight. But I know a Benavidez fight, that's not going to happen, man. It ain't. At this point, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. Then they expect him to jump back to 175. I don't know, man. Even in the last fight, people were saying he looked small compared to Berlanga. I think it might be too much in his career right now.